How is everybody doing? I'm on here to have a chat while I sip on my coffee. See what y'all got going on this morning. Tell y'all and make sure that y'all are having a great day. To tell y'all to keep your energy on tap today. Make sure that your cups are full. Make sure that you're pouring and doing your affirmations and pouring into yourself, y'all, because I'm telling you now, it was very important. In order for you to be a service to everybody else or anybody else, you have to make sure that your cup is full and that you're good for yourself. Self-care is important. Affirmations are important. Decluttering your space to keep your mind clear is important. All these things are important to make sure that we ourselves as humans are functioning to our full potential. So, also, I want to tell y'all too to make sure that y'all are blocking your energy from any negativity. It's Friday today, y'all, and I'm sure the sun is shining in some places. It's partly cloudy here, so it's one of those little gloomy kind of days, but it's actually kind of nice. I always say this, and this is something I will never stop saying. Make sure that you start your day off with positivity, so that you can control the way that your day goes. If you started off with a negative thought, it's going to be a trickle effect of negative things, right? You know what I mean? By that, I'll give you an example. Basically, when you wake up in the morning, if you're the type of person that wake up in the morning and say, "Oh my God, this is a negative day. Oh, it's so bad. Oh my goodness, I just don't." I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. It's just I'm not a morning person. I hate mornings. I'm just you know what I mean? You wake up like that, then that's how you control your negative thoughts and sides. Okay, say you got like one side of your head is positive, one and the other side is negative, right? So you got a army on this side and an army on this side, right? So the one in charge, the negative, say you woke up with that negative thing, so that one in charge of that side, the negative one, you could woke up and said, "Oh, I'm gonna have a bad day. Oh, it's gonna be negative. Oh my God, I'm not a morning person. Oh, it's just terrible." You already that one person jumped up in front and said, "Oh yeah, this is what we doing. We doing negativity." So we go back to the rest of the band and tell them like, "Okay, we having a negative day today. Our owner said that it's gonna be negative. We're going." So then it goes on to a march of all negative shit, all negativity, all negative thoughts. It just pours down. The whole day be like that. You just get out of traffic. It's negative. Get out there. I mean, everything just be negative. So you got to know how to reverse that and try to make it be into a positive. Change it over. Say, nope, today's going to be a great day. As soon as that thought try to come up, shake your head, shake it off, do whatever you got to do, get up out the bed to try to reverse it. Tell yourself, this is going to be a great day. I woke up today. It's amazing. Look outside, get some sunshine, whatever it is that you got to do to turn it into a positive day. So, we all have our days when we go through things, and it may be a little bit harder. Like yesterday, I had a day where I felt like my cup was empty. I didn't feel like it was full. I didn't feel like I could be great for the day. I didn't feel like I could take over the world. So I took a day off. I didn't come to work. I didn't cook and clean and do anything for anybody else because I felt as though I could not do nothing for nobody else. And I wasn't going to push or overexert myself and end up down and even more down. You know what I mean? So I took me a chill kind of day. I got myself together. And now I feel better today. I just brushed it off. I had it, I sat there, poured into myself, relaxed. I got takeout. I didn't, you know what I mean? It just was just a thing. And that's just how I did it to help myself. My place was already clean because I had cleaned a couple of days before that. But, just getting up in the morning, making your bed, brush your teeth, moisturize your face. You know what I mean? Just do stuff like that. Put some smell goods on, light a candle or something. And that type of stuff right there helps you get into a more positive attitude. It helps also steer away the negative energies that be floating around. Because when you look good, you feel good. That's just a thing. It's a proven thing. You get up and get yourself, even when you're feeling down and depressed and out and all that different stuff. If you get up, pull yourself together a little bit, smile, look yourself in the mirror, tell yourself how beautiful you are, how much of a great, do that little bit of stuff right there. That'll help you. And that helps me. as well as coming on here, y'all, and having conversations with y'all. Because whether y'all know it or not, y'all also help me. I don't know how much of a help that I am. I'm sure because I try to pour positivity into all y'all too. You know, me getting up in the morning and saying good morning to y'all and all that different stuff. You know how many people don't hear that on a regular, simple good morning. How's your day going? That's it. And I don't need nobody, you don't got to come on and tell me, oh, you know, your whole life story. I'm not asking about your health diagnosis or, you know, anything like that. Just like when I go into the patient's rooms, they tell me all the time, that's simple. Good morning, how's your day going? You know, how are you? You know, that simple little bit right there helps them out. There's doctors and nurses that don't even do that. They go into the patient's rooms. They don't say anything. They just go in there. Hey, Miss Johnson, I'm here. Let me check your heart. They just go in there, dig it in their shirt, check it on them. Push like what? What are you doing, sir? I'm a human being. Good morning. When you came into my space, how are you today? You know, something simple like that. And like I said, I don't need you to tell me your life story. When I say how you doing today, I'm talking about in this moment. How's your mental space? How are you? Like, you know, overall, not what's going on in your life. I don't need to hear about your dog or that's too much. You know what I mean? That's not it. And you know, because some people get offensive when you ask how are they. They think that you want to know or you're asking about their health diagnosis or their personal business, but that's not it. Somebody said good morning and how are you doing? It's just basically how are you in this moment right now? Are you okay or are you not? That's it. No, you say I'm good, having a great day, thank you. You know, that's it. Simple. But that little bit right there can go a long way for some people. Believe me. You'd be amazed how many people I didn't walk past throughout my years because this is how I've always been. Good morning, how are you? You know, I just say that to people. So, and you'd be surprised how many people were just like down, feeling and looking like, you know, their heads all down. They just down. I'm like, hey, you know, whatever. They're like, and that right there just lightened up their day. And now they're smiling. I'm like, wow, just that little bit made you smile. I'm happy I was able to do that for you. You know, regardless of what people say. Just like how, you know, here it was a thing that hi Eric, how you doing today? But you know, there was a thing here when I first moved here because where I'm from, that's normal. But in Connecticut, it wasn't normal for people to speak or, you know, say things like that. So people will walk past you and not say anything. You could walk into a crowded room, or you know, people coming into your room, like say in your hospital room, and don't say nothing. But I find it odd because I wasn't raised that way. But here, you're considered weird. I mean, not weird, but you're considered, I guess, you're trying to be flirt or you're trying to think you're cute or something if you speak to people every day. Then that's what it is. You're not regular. You're not a human. You're not normal. You're considered, I guess you're trying to be fast or cute. You want attention if you're trying to speak to people every day. And I had to learn that, but I had to learn to not let that make me be different than who I normally know I am, because to me that's weird and it's cold to be that way. I don't have an issue. I don't wake up every day feeling crazy, down, bad, you know. So to me, that's regular for me. I feel good. It ain't that I think I look so good or I think I'm so much better than people because I'm saying good morning, hey, hi, how you? Good morning. You know what I mean? Simple. That's it. Just being a regular.
Now made from day up with green play. Whip going fast. Then my foot on the gas, run the corner and I'm gone in a flash.
My content online as an influencer, let me get into the therapy. Yeah. So that, you know, the feedback I get from the album The Breakup is this is a
My phone just did something crazy. It started playing some old crazy stuff. I don't know what that was, y'all. But anyway, did y'all hear that? Whew. But yeah, you're right. Just being myself. But, you know, I was told when I first got here, moved to Connecticut, that me being regular and just speaking every day was a no-no. You know what I mean? That's not how it's supposed to go. Wasn't that weird? Y'all heard that? It just started playing out of nowhere. I don't know what that was. So, I was told that being like that ain't it. People are going to think that you're extra, or I guess maybe you're fast, or you want attention from males, or I don't know, whatever. But it's just common courtesy to me. It's normal. It's regular. You do that when you go into a room. It's like if you call somebody, you say, "Hey, how you doing? How's your day?" It's the same thing as walking into somewhere and being in an environment and not, and you know what I mean, and speaking because you see people. It's normal. I don't really give a fuck about their life or anything that's really going on, or really can't even say I want to be a friend to that person. That's not even it either. It's just a normal thing to do. But I had to learn that I couldn't allow Connecticut to change me from who I am. That's just me. I'm going to continue to be me. I'm going to continue to do how I do things. And if they don't like it, then so be it. It is what it is. I mean, you know what I mean? It just is what it is, period. I'm not going to change my normal thing, how I've been my whole life, which I call being normal and a decent human being, just because the world here is different. Maybe I can change it. Maybe I may make people realize that it's not normal to be that way. You don't have to be cold. You can be. Good morning, Terrell. How are you? It's lunchroom. It's pretty empty today, especially for it to be a Friday. I don't know where everybody is, but gotta make sure I'm on break, y'all, because this thing be acting crazy, and they'll be trying to say I didn't log off for break. Get to calling me about something. But it's Friday, y'all. What's y'all day? What's the plans for today? What y'all got going on? Anybody going out tonight, or going out with friends? Going on a hot date? Going out with your significant other? What y'all got going on? Let me know. Give me some suggestions. I'm off this weekend, y'all. I haven't decided. I don't know about that. My friends is asking me to stay over and work late, but I don't know about that. We'll have to see. It's Friday. I don't want to be here on a regular day, so let alone being here on an extra day. Make sure y'all hitting the like button for me too when y'all come in, because it helps me out. It helps us grow as a family, y'all. How many y'all drinking y'all coffee this morning? Got some tea or something or whatever? What's up? Talk to me, y'all. What y'all eating for breakfast? Or y'all ain't eating breakfast? Y'all just chilling? What y'all doing? Just sitting there, sitting in your couch, still in the bed? What? Y'all not moving today? Y'all just gonna lay around all day, do nothing? It's raining where you at? What? Every time I hear somebody say Mimi, I think they talking about me. The lady be calling the other lady in the back Mimi, and I always think she's calling me. She just made that name up for her. That's not even her name. She just made it. That lady made it up for her. She said, I call her Mimi. I'm like, for real? Because I had to ask her one day. I'm like, are you talking to me? And she's like, no, I'm talking to her back there. I'm like, oh, that's my nickname too. She's like, I never knew that. Wow. I'm like, yeah, so when you be yelling it across the cafeteria, I be thinking that you're talking about me. It's so crazy because um you know, Spanish people, they say see and they say yes, but I say see a lot. I just be like, see what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? But they all say see, which means yes in Spanish, and I be like, see. I'm saying, do you see what I'm talking about? But around here, everybody say see, and it means something different, and it's really strange. It's really strange. Like I've always said that, like see, you know what I mean? You be like, see what I'm talking about, and they looking at you like I'm not saying yes. I'm saying see. Like it's weird. It's really weird. What's up, Wanda girl? I was just telling them about how whenever, you know, in Spanish the word see is yes, but I say see, just saying see in English. You know, see what I'm talking about? You see that? You know, whatever. And I say that a lot in my vocabulary, and they be looking at me like I don't speak Spanish first of all, so I was not saying yes. Like, and yeah. I didn't eat breakfast, Wanda. I'm just drinking coffee. I don't really have an appetite too much. I'm just drinking coffee. I'm just thirsty for real. I want some coffee and I want some water. It does confuse them, right? But that's been in my vocabulary since forever. So to change it now just because they, you know, that's a word that means yes in their language. I mean, it's not going to. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. Because they know they're dealing with somebody that's American. I'm not Spanish, so I'm not saying something in your language. One word in your language and the rest in English. I wouldn't do that. No, not really. I'll eat something later on for lunch. Yeah. Eat some lunch or something. Yeah, I probably got like 20 more minutes left on my break, so yeah. Oh man. They said today's gonna be nicer than it was yesterday. Thank God. It was so cold. It started making me feel like it was going backwards in time. I'm like, God damn! I felt crazy yesterday. The weather was crazy. I was like, oh no, this is not going. This is not going on today. What you doing today, girl? It was kind of cold this morning. I had to get my hoodie. I was just gonna wear my little sweater thing, but it was too cold. I had to get a hoodie. I'm tired of wearing coats, so I be trying everything not to wear my coat. So I'll wear a hoodie, I'll wear a sweater, something, a blazer, anything but a coat. You go back tomorrow, work tomorrow, Wanda? Do 16? I'm surprised she doesn't have the music on today. It's Friday. Usually the lady that cooks on the grill and over there, the one I call Auntie, the one that they call Mimi, she be having the music going. She be having all the old school jams playing. gospel on Sundays. She be setting the mood in here. It'd be nice. I like to come sit in here and eat my breakfast or drink my coffee when she's working. Mm. Oh man, dang. So she can't take the house. She won't be able to afford it, huh? Dang, that sucks. Oh, okay, okay. Oh yeah, I forgot you don't work Monday. Okay, 3 to 11. That's not bad. And you know, when you need a break, you need a break. You know, I'm a strong advocate of that. I needed a break yesterday, and so that's what I took. Don't work too hard today, girl. That time is coming soon. 3 to 11. I remember I used to work that shift. 3 to 11:30. I did that shift for like 2 years. That is a hard shift. That seemed it be feeling like all day because you really got to prepare yourself earlier in the day to get ready to go and leave to go to work by 3. So you be having to try to get as much sleep you can, do whatever you can around the house or outside the house or whatever, and then hurry up and get to work. Right, right. Exactly. It's definitely okay to live in an apartment for a year or two until you can get it together. Yeah, the morning is definitely hard because the morning is more bosses around. They be, well, I know for us, the morning shift, they put more on us because, everything needs done. The other shifts, they do the stuff we couldn't get to, and stuff like that. Or the places, yeah, like the places that shut down now and it's closed because of later in the day. But for as far as for the day to function, the morning shift usually will be the ones that handle everything. I know for the nursing assistants, they're usually the ones that have to do the most. They do the heavier load than the other techs because they be the ones that have to give the baths, feed the patients, get them changed, change their beds, do this, do that. They got, you know what I mean? It's a lot in the mornings. And the rest of the day, people just maintain it. So, yeah, morning shift is tough. I'm sure in many fields. But I've always worked mornings. Well, I've always liked to work mornings. I think that 3 to 11:30 was the only one I ever worked late, and I just didn't like. Well, it wasn't bad. It was just the fact that whenever I did want to do stuff, I couldn't really do it. I had to work around the schedule, and then with my kids, they were all little at that time, so 3 to 11:30 was not good when you have little kids because you're away from your house all day. Basically, somebody else is raising your kids, or it could be daycare raising them, the grandparents raising them, whoever it is, but they be with them majority of the time. And that's what I didn't like about it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. You're right. Yes, it definitely makes less stress when you don't have to deal with administration and whatever. Because my shift, we got all the bosses here, and when anybody want to visit, the bigger bosses or anybody from any other place they come in the morning. So we have to deal with everything. When they want to go and go around and pop up on people and just have the health department come in and pop up in here and all that shit, we the ones that got to deal with them. Usually not second. They're not coming later in the day. With that, so you good. Mm-hmm. Yep. I didn't work too much when I was having babies either. I didn't work. Not too much. Mm-mm. Well, I couldn't work too much anyway. I was sick. I had real bad morning sickness, so I couldn't work. I tried. And it was too bad. I'd be sitting there working, running to the bathroom, throwing up, come sit back down, work, go throw up, come back down. It was too much. I said, Doc, I ain't gonna be able to do this. You're gonna have to write me off from being able to work until after all this sickness. Yeah, so every time I got sick like that, every time I got pregnant, I didn't work. And it would be so bad for me because it's like I would be pregnant and I'd be fine. Soon as I found out and get a positive pregnancy test, now I'm sick every single day. Like, yeah. I think it was mental too. But I think it's good to work. Keep yourself busy while you're pregnant and stuff. Work and whatever, and then, do things like that. But then when it get closer time to have the baby, I think it's important to be at home with the baby. Get that bonding time in there. Some people do work like that. They have to, though. That's why. I didn't have to do it, thank God. But, yeah. They do it. I see people, too, working like that. And I'd be like, oh, girl. Yeah, that's enough. That is enough. You don't need to be doing all that. You need to be preparing yourself for the baby. You gotta rest. You gotta it's a lot once you had a baby. Shoot. You gotta prepare your home, you gotta prepare yourself, your mental, everything. It changes it. And you don't have any kids yet. So then if you do, you're not used to it. You don't know anything about being a parent. It's just a lot to learn. It's just, it's a lot getting used to and getting adjusted to. Or if you do have a new baby, you already had kids before, but you having a new baby, it changes the dynamic of things and how you've been used to doing it. So you got to get used to it. Everybody ain't blessed to be able to do that, though, Okay. Yeah. I have to say, even if you can even work up to about 7 months. But I think the last couple months is important to be able to relax and just get your body ready for delivery and everything. Your body goes through like all kind of different changes and stuff, and yeah, it's tough. For me, I was pregnant, but then I also had little ones too. So, it wasn't that easy. I really didn't have time, so it was better for me to be at home. I had to chase little ones around as well as having morning sickness like crazy. Yeah, if you don't have morning sickness, you'll be fine. Morning sickness, you might not want to go to work. Well, I don't know how people do it. They have morning sickness. I could never do it. I never was able to do it. I quit jobs because I had morning sickness. Like, girl, that was the worst. And I did it. I had morning sickness every single time. Every pregnancy was morning sickness. A real bad case of it. I had like that. I don't even know. After they got a name for it now, but they didn't have a name for it back then. And like nowadays, the type of morning sickness that I had, people go into the hospital and be having to get IV, stay in the hospital for some time until they can get better and all that different stuff. They didn't do that with me. I just had to suffer. I just had to deal with it. I used to just be in my bed with my bucket next to my bed, with no lights on, no TV, no nothing. I just would just be in my bed for months and months and months. I would get up, go to the bathroom, go back, lay down. That was it. I didn't eat. I didn't drink. I didn't do none of that for months straight. I don't even know how I survived. I do not know how I survived, y'all. Like, it was tough. Oof. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. I hope everybody has an amazing pregnancy and nothing like mine. Every single one was that way. That's why I would get so skinny, because I would be so sick for the first 4 to 5 months. So sick. Yep, that'll be good. Have your family help you. It's always good to have family. You have sisters and stuff, your mom. Nope. Nope. No food. Stay down. I couldn't even watch food on TV. If I seen food on TV, I was gonna throw up. Oh, it was bad. It was bad for me, girl. Oh, bad. I'm telling you. Everybody different though. My mom had the same issue. She told me she was sick like that too, but not as bad as I was. I remember being pregnant with my daughter, and I had the 3 boys. I used to be like, oh my God, I'm telling you, I neglected them. It was to the point that my mom and my grandma had to come down to my house and take over. I could not do it. I couldn't do it. I used to go down there. I used to go and try to cook them food and stuff like that, and it used to be so hard to do. I used to be standing there. I used to have a chair, go sit down. It was bad. I don't wish that on nobody. I don't think nobody would go through what I went through. I don't even know how, but I think I made it get worse. Girl, I don't even know. I just know. I think my daughter was the worst pregnancy. I was sick the whole time. It felt like. Yeah, I think I had morning sickness the whole time, but I started being able to eat, but I still would get sick some days. Like I remember being like 3-4 months feeling, and I remember saying this, like, I don't even want to do this. Like, no, I don't even want this baby. This is how sick I am. I started getting like a thing against the baby. I was like, man, I'm too sick. I can't do it. I don't want this baby. Get this just over with. I don't want nothing to do with this. Like, and I was like, y'all can have this baby. I don't want nothing to do with it. Get this baby out of me, and I'm done. And I don't want no more kids. She made me not want no more kids, for real. I used to want 10 kids. I always wanted 10 since I was a little girl. And then I had her. She was the last one. Well, everyone was bad, but then her, it was like, oh no, we're not doing this ever again. Ever again. So I can't say, how they always say, yeah, girl, I used to want 10. Because I used to be like, why not? Kids is beautiful. I used to always like big families, like, it's like a whole bunch of kids and stuff, and just, But I started having them. It was all good. But then I started getting like, God damn, I'm like, they adding up fast. This is a lot of kids. And then my daughter, she just tipped the boat over. That pregnancy was the worst. So I said, hell, I felt like to myself personally, if I would have got pregnant again, I probably would have died. That's how I felt. Yeah, it was the norm. I always admired that. Big families, they be out, they got everything going. They got a whole system going at the family. The kids help, everybody help. They live in a big, giant house. You know what I mean? It wasn't so much about everybody being super fancy and it just mattered y'all had what y'all needed and y'all made it work. I always admired that. Like, I always looked at families that was like that. They lived on farms and stuff. And, like, I remember being younger, I used to always watch shows with the kids when they had, like 10 kids and counting or something like that, and like shows like that, you know what I mean? And they always just be like, I was really inspired by them. And they used to be having their whole thing going. Everybody going, they going food shopping together. This one got it. The older kids is helping with the little ones. They had a whole system. I was just like, oh, that is nice. I would like that. It'd be the mom and the dad, you know what I mean? And they doing it. They got it going. Ain't nobody complaining too much. It was nice. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. So that was the whole problem, Wanda. Why that wasn't no option for me, because I've always had to work. So That became, well, when I was having babies and stuff, I didn't work. And when they were little, I didn't work. I didn't go to work back to, well, I went to work when, I would work job here and there, you know what I mean? But I didn't work too much, not like I do now. Like ever since, once my daughter got into preschool, I've been working every day since then. You know what I mean? Like I went to work, was no options. I've been working in the hospital since she turned 3 when she went off to preschool. That's when I went back into work and really went hard with it. There wasn't no quitting jobs, or it was an option whether I work or not, or none of that. And once she turned 3, it was over. I knew I wasn't having no more babies, so it was over from there. It was time to work. Ain't no, you can't even afford it. You got kids now. You got 4 of them, so you got to work. Yep. So I've been working in the hospital since she was 3. She'll be 18 this year. Oh, so she wasn't even all the way 3. Was she 3? She had to be, because she was in preschool. And you couldn't start preschool till you was 3. So, yep, she was 3, and I went back to work, and that was it. Done. I told myself that. I said, girl, you are not going to have no more babies. You're not. Don't do it. Don't do it. You tipping the boat over. It's like you think you doing too much. And then, my kids is 2 years between them. Well, it's like 2.5 years. No, almost 3 years between my first 2. But then the middle 2 is only 15 months apart, y'all. So them 2 middle ones, woo, that was tough. That was tough. But we got through it. And that 15 months apart, because I had a 1-year-old and I had a newborn. That's that 15 months apart thing, He was 1 and he was only 15 months when my other baby was born. So I had this little newborn and I had this little baby that was 1. And my 1-year-old was already just now starting to getting to walk, trying to walk a little bit. He was getting out of bottles, getting on his sippy cup, doing all that stuff, and just getting a little bit more less being a little baby. Then next thing you know, I had another one. Bang. It was like, okay. Yeah, that was tough, but we got through it. Then 2 years after him, I had my daughter. So yeah, he was 2 when I had her. So you figure I had a 3-year-old, 2-year-old, newborn. Imagine that. Of course I was done. You think I was like, oh hell no, what are you doing, girl? You are killing yourself. But like I said, always it's been like that for me. Go, do, go. Because you did this to yourself, remember. So you ain't got no options. You had babies close like this, so it's always going to be like this. So then I used to be like, all right, it's gonna get a little easier. It's gonna get a little easier. It's hard right now, but you got this. God ain't gonna give you too much than you can handle. But I knew if I had another baby, I would have been crazy. I'd have been really tipping the boat over, really insane, really not being able to do it, really needing help. But my mom and my grandma was there with me for a while at first, helping with all the kids. And I can't remember how old my daughter was when they finally decided to stop really coming around and helping as much and just letting me do it on my own. She was probably like a couple months when they just said, you know what, you got this. We're going home. You got it. You got to figure it out. You got to make it do. There's plenty of people that done this, and you got to do it. So I did it. And ever since then, that's been me and them. So, Yep. So yeah, Wanda girl, you think that you're going to have more than just one? Are you going to try to get them out the way and have them back to back, or what? That's it, girl. We all gotta raise our own family. Oh, you just want to have one? Why you want to have one, Wanda? That's not. You need that. Your baby needs a sibling. Your baby needs somebody to play with. Doesn't want to play with you after a minute. It wants a sibling. You need to have two. Maybe you won't. So you, since you don't want to have two, you gonna have twins from the start, okay? Baby need a somebody to play with. You need somebody that it can play with and, or beat up on or do whatever it wants to do with this brother or sister. Okay. Okay. Cool. That sounds good. Sounds perfect. You gotta give it a little bit of space so that you can be able to get your thing back together. Get your brain back together. Get your mental back together, because them two middle ones, 15 months apart, girl, that is hard. Hi, Amy. Amy? Okay, sound good. Wanda, two is great. Two's great. Me, I tip the boat over, which that's how I am. I tip boats over. But like I said, God don't give you more than you can handle. Obviously, I was able to handle it. I had it. Hey, they straight. They straight. Two middle ones was like twins. It's like having twins. I think it would have been easier if they would have been twins, actually. Because then you had a 1-year-old, and then you have a newborn. There's times me, the newborn, and the 2-year-old was crying at the. I mean the 1-year-old, 1-year-old, me, and the newborn all crying at the same time. We all sitting there crying. Woo, you're my. Oh no. See, God knew what he was doing. He knew not. He knew. We. Oh God. Water that up us babies. Choke. I couldn't. Girls are different. Ooh, they strong. 5 girls, 5 boys. That's different. 5 girls. Oh Lord, God knew to give me one daughter and put her as the baby underneath all the boys. He knew what he was doing when it came to me and the girls. He said, "No, Mimi, we know you can have boys, and then we'll give you a girl because you just want to have girls so bad. But we're gonna put her in last place because you're going to have to be ready for this one." So I thank God for that. She's a good girl though. She's smart. She's good. She don't give me problems, especially being the age that she is. I don't have any issues. Every now and then, a little bit of a smart mouth, but not too bad. I can't complain. God blessed me with a good one. But I'm just saying. I'm saying. Them boys. Maybe because I had all brothers. Maybe because I all brothers and I ended with all sons. So maybe that's why I could deal with the sons and boys better. But them little girls, oh Lord. And that's different from me. I ain't got no sisters, none of that. So I don't know how to handle that. I got all brothers. And then I got 4 stepbrothers. 4 stepbrothers, 3 brothers. My mom is the only girl. She got brothers. My grandma was the only girl. She has all brothers. It's just a whole boy family. We got girls now. Because my brothers done had girls. But, woo-wee. I know, I bet your dad was. See, that was good. Dad had everything under control. He had y'all all under control. Yeah, all boys. So I had 4 stepbrothers, 3 real brothers, and me. Yeah. So, yep. Pretty cool. And they listen to me. They still listen to me. They call me now still. Even the older ones.
Floor
They still
8.
call me the boys before they call dad. Because we got that type of bond, you know? Even my daughter called me before she called. She closer with me. Everybody say daddy's girls, but my daughter is mommy's girl. My boys is mommy's boys. Everybody's mommy. I guess I just got that type of whatever with them. But it's all good. My daughter ain't rude. She's very, very great. She's spoiled, but she's not, you know what I mean? She's not that type of spoiled where she thinks she's better than people or, you know what I mean, anything like that. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, my bad, y'all. I need to come into here and get this stuff together. Wash my hands and whatever. So I can go back out here, spin the block. And y'all know how I call it, spinning the block. Got something in my hair. Ooh, I'm so happy I washed my hair the other day. Locks is so funny, y'all. If you do not dry your locks all the way, the right way, they will have a smell. It's like a mop or something. It's like if you leave your mop wet too long and don't let it dry correctly, you're gonna have a little smell. And this here is like mops. If you don't dry it all the way, you're gonna have a moldy, weirdy, wet smell. Old wet smell. And that's no good. So you have to make sure you dry your locks all the way. Whether you gotta sit under the dryer, get a blow dryer, air dryer, you just gotta make sure you have enough time for it to air dry. And just let it hang free and air dry. But whew, these things require maintenance. People probably think that you don't have to maintenance your locks a lot, but you do. You do, for real. Okay. So, but yeah, girl, it's important though. When you having them babies, spread it out. Enjoy, love on your baby. Get a chance to love on the one. Give them all the love possible before you go on ahead and have another one. I really feel like that my son, my second son, missed out on some of the love that he could have received from me because I had the other one so close together. Well, actually, it was really two because I was sick. And so I couldn't even, he was 5 months when I found out I was pregnant. I think it was like 5 months or something. And I found out I was pregnant. So y'all know, as soon as I found out I'm pregnant, I'm sick as hell automatically in the bed. On bed rest, basically. I put my own self on bed rest, not the doctor's. I put myself on bed rest because I'm too sick and I'm telling myself you cannot do it out. So that little baby was getting a little bit neglect because I was sick and I didn't want to be bothered. So, you know. Okay, we know our break is over. This is something that we already know. I don't know why they had to page me that. But good luck, Wanda, on your journey. I'm gonna hope and pray for you that you don't have to have any morning sickness. Everybody don't have morning sickness. I'm gonna hope and pray for you that you don't even have to deal with that. Okay? Hopefully, I had it all for you and everybody else. I had enough. I take it. I had enough for everybody. Y'all don't need it. I had enough. Okay? Definitely. Hmm. I would hope that you can have a great pregnancy. You can have a beautiful pregnancy. You can feel beautiful. Feel good the whole time. Do all that stuff that everybody do. Do the baby pictures and the gender reveal parties and all that cute stuff that people do. Baby showers. All that. I did have 2 baby showers. Yep. You already know grandmas be the goats. My mom raised us. She raised my brothers. She helped me raise mine. And she raised my brother's 2 oldest kids because he wasn't around, and his children's mother was too young and not ready, so she let my mom raise them. Girl, you already know. You know how it be. My mom is the same type of person like that. She's taken many people's children and raised them. Yeah, she's always been a help in everybody, helping them raise their kids. I told her, I said, Mom, you because you know what, her boyfriend that she had for 18 years, he told her, he said, you know what, he said, you were going to be, whenever they would have arguments and stuff, he would tell her, you are so into your kids, you're never going to take time and live your own life. He said, you're going to end up dying, your kids are going to go off and do their own thing and have their own families, and you're going to be left by yourself because you are so focused. And my mom, her whole world has always been us and our kids and everything. She don't care about nothing, nobody, no man, no nobody, about her kids and grandkids. That's how my mom is. And so her husband, that's not my father, but the guy that she was with for all that time, he had nothing to come, but he knew. He didn't care. He was with her. They was together for 18, damn near 20 years. And he's been around since I was going to 6th grade or 5th grade. No, I was going off to 6th grade when she got with him. And yeah, that's my boy. That's my 4 stepbrothers' father. You know, and I can't really say, I don't call people stepdads and all that stuff. I don't believe in that. But yeah, that was just my mom's boyfriend. They never got married. So, but he was a guy that was in my life for all them years, and I love him and all that. And his kids are my brothers, my stepbrothers. But mm he used to say to my mom, like, you gonna you gonna die lonely because your kids are gonna go off on their own and do their own thing and get their own, and with their own families and everything, and you're gonna be, she's like, no, my kids is never gonna leave me. My kids is always gonna be around, just like I'm around for them. They're gonna always be around. But that's the true thing. Some people don't never ever go and live off and live their life. They live their whole life basically being raising kids and helping other people raise their kids, and doing stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Y'all see, I didn't come to work yesterday, right? Look at this. This is part of my area that I got to do. I didn't come to work yesterday. The area that I went into before, they was calling me, talking about nobody haven't been in there yesterday at all. Nobody went in this part yesterday. So what did they do? They put the garbage outside. Right here, y'all. There's the boxes and shit outside because nobody went there. And it was mainly because I didn't come to work, y'all. But y'all see how they be when I be here. No, girl, he not here no more. Whoo, praise the Lord. I was thinking that to myself. I would say, oh, hell no. I was like, oh, thank God he not here. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Yes, thank God. And no, he not here. I was hoping that he wasn't. I said, oh, please don't be there. I do not want to go in that man's room. And you know, you can't be like that to people. It ain't his fault. I would have had to try to go in there, get all gowned up, wear all this stuff, special stuff. I still would have been itching. I don't care. I don't care. Uh, I can't do it. I don't want to. I don't want to be like that to people because it's not his fault. Ain't no telling what that man's going through, you know. But God, mm, I felt so bad for him. I thought about that man. That man been heavy on me because I thought about him. I was thinking about how, because I remember when he was sitting there after all that stuff and everybody went crazy when we started seeing the bugs and all that stuff, and everybody went crazy, and then he was just like leaned over on the bed, bent down, and he was just like, I want to go home, I want to go home. I felt so bad for him because he was probably really embarrassed. You know, he was probably really embarrassed. He didn't want to look up no more. You know, he just had his head down. This is a grown man. He had his head in between his legs. You know, it just made you think of a wounded dog or something. You know, and he just was just sitting. I'm like, oh, I feel so bad for him because he's embarrassed now, and all these people are just yelling at him, screaming, freaking out over what, you know what I mean? And he's just embarrassed, just sitting there with his head. Ain't no, I was a homeless man. It ain't no telling, you know. Yeah, they do judge, and they treat him and they talk to him funny because of whatever. They know his situation, so they gonna definitely take advantage and talk to him like he's nothing. But it's a grown ass man. This is a grown man. Ain't no telling what his situation is. Y'all don't know the full thing and why he's in the position that he's in. You know what I mean? I'm just like, oh man, I feel so bad for that man. I just looked at his whole thing, looked at his whole body. I'm looking at him like, look at his hair. I'm looking like, damn, man. You never know if you might be in that type of situation, you know? And he looked like he had tattoos on his body and all this different stuff and everything. So I'm like, okay, so he must have been a normal person at some point in time. He went through something. Y'all don't know his story. So y'all shouldn't be treating him like that. Don't do that to people. It's not okay. I know I freaked out. I freaked out about the bugs and all that different stuff. But as far as the man, that's on them. I don't have to deal with him. But I freaked out about the fact that they was trying to make me go in there and clean bugs like I was an exterminator. He did have open wounds, girl. He had bug bites all over his body. He had open wounds. He was bad. He had lumps all over his head because somebody beat the hell out of him. He had lumps, black and blue marks everywhere. He had 2 black eyes. He was messed up. Like, yeah, he was messed up. Somebody beat the crap out of him. So, you know, I was like, oh my God. Like, you know, I felt bad for that man. And the way that they were treating him, the nurses and everybody in them, they was treating him like, you know, because he had all them bugs coming off of him, and he's dirty and he's homeless. They know he was a homeless man. So they was like, oh no, oh, sir, get away, sit down now. They're yelling at him, screaming at him, you know. It was like they was really treating him like he was a bug. Get out, oh no, sit down right now. Like, that's what got everybody so stirred up, because everybody was doing that to him. And then the security came, they're yelling at him. Everybody's yelling at him to make him hurry up and take his stuff off. I'm sure when they went and bathed him, they probably hosed him down like he was a wild animal. Yeah, that's what they should do. I'm sure that's what they had to do, because being as though he came in here as a patient, you know, when after you leave, you got to talk to social services. You got to do different things to get back in. Yep. And so I just was like, you know, but you gotta treat people. You can't treat everybody crazy. You don't never know what they be going through in different stories. These are lessons. I'd be happy sometimes about some of the experiences that I go through, because it gives me like a thing. It makes me check myself, you know? Like that right there. And for being so that guy was weighing so heavy on my heart, that made me have to go sit and think to myself about different things and situations, you know, like. I don't know. I take everything as a lesson. There's a lesson to learn with something in everything. Like with me, I'll look at something like that guy, and then I'll start thinking about stuff with myself and think about putting myself in that guy's shoes, and also like me treating that guy in a certain kind of way, or and then so I'm like, okay, you can't treat people that way. It just be lessons, and it always sends me on like a little thing, a mental thing. Like I don't know if I'm explaining it right or y'all know what I'm talking about, but I think some of y'all do. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Different situations put you in the, get you sitting and thinking about your life or other people or how you treat people or how people treat you or, how you should treat people. It always comes out. Hey, nope. So, yeah, that's it. And I'm going to go ahead and finish doing the rest of my little work. I got a couple more areas to do, y'all. I'm going to get off here. I'm going to come back on and talk to y'all in a minute. We go on our lunch break, okay? We're going to go in and have lunch together. Wanda, you probably about to be getting yourself ready to get ready for work. And I appreciate y'all coming on and talking to me this morning. I feel better as the day go on. I'm feeling better, y'all. So make sure y'all come back in, okay? If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button for your girl because it helps us out. And come back in and talk. Hit the notification bell on so y'all know every time. If y'all got some questions or y'all want to talk about something, shoot, why not? This is what we do. Okay? All right. Have a great day, y'all. Be blessed.